Welcome to Students Learning Center, Empowering Minds. In our science classes, we are just focusing on the chapters. Today's chapter is Light, Shadow and Reflection of class 6th. That is chapter 11. So let's move. Introduction. What is light? Light is a natural agent that stimulates sight and makes things visible. Its path is only visible when it is scattered by dust particles present in the atmosphere. Source of light are sun, stars, electric torch, candles. Objects like the sun that give out or emit light of their own are called luminous objects. Transparent, opaque and translucent objects. Let's see what are these. If we cannot see through an object at all, it is an opaque object. In example, opaque object again, stone, wood, metal or concrete, etc. If you are able to see clearly through an object, it is allowing light to pass through it and is transparent object. Example for transparent object is water, clean glass, window pane and clean air and etc. There are some objects through which we can see but not very clearly. Such objects are known as translucent objects. Example, sunglasses, vegetable oil, a single piece of tissue paper and etc. If you know anything more about these examples, you can comment it in the comment box. Mediums of light. Light ಹೋಗೋದನ್ನು ನಾವು arrow marks ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು denote ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, indicate ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. See here, for an opaque object, the light doesn't pass through this obstacle. So no light passes through. For translucent object, only some amount of light passes. For transparent light, all of the incident light passes through it. What exactly are shadows? A shadow is a dark or a real image area where light from the light source is blocked by an opaque object. It occupies all the three-dimensional volume behind an object with light in front of it. The cross-section of a shadow is a two-dimensional silhouette or a reverse projection of the object blocking the light. Shadows give us some information about shapes of the objects. ನೆರಳು, ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ನೆರಳು ನೋಡಿ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಯಾವ ಶೇಪಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Typical example is a point source. Source is nothing but that emits light. When it passes through the opaque object, the light doesn't pass through it, but its shadow is formed on the screen behind the opaque object. Pinhole camera. A pinhole camera is a simple camera without a lens. It has a small aperture, a light-proof box with a tiny hole in one side. Light is passed and this projects an inverted image on the opposite side of the box, known as the camera obscure effect. The image found by camera shows the rectilinear propagation of light. The pinhole camera relies that light travels in a straight line. This is a typical example for pinhole camera. A person is standing there. Pinhole, small aperture ಅಂದರೆ small opening ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ನಾವು aperture ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. The image is inverted behind this box. The resulting image is an inverted ಆಗಿದೆ. So this example for pinhole camera. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಮನ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಪ್ಚರ್ ದಿ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸನ್ ಓವರ್ ದಿ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವು NTSE ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಬೆನಿಫಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸಪ್ರೇಟ್ ವಿಡಿಯೋ ಇದೆ NTSE ಬಗ್ಗೆ. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಬರೋವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್. ನೀವು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಓದ್ತಿರೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ಕಾಲರ್ಶಿಪ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೆಟರ್ ಟು ಎನ್ರೋಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಿಯರಾಗಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ವಿತ್ ಪ್ರಿಟಿ ಮೋರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ಸ್. Also, we have started the ABACUS classes for speed maths, so don't miss it. We have separate videos for that, so just don't miss it. Rectilinear propagation of light. The propagation of light in a straight line is called rectilinear propagation of light. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಲೈಟ್ ಸೋರ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಮುಂದ್ಗಡೆ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ದ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೊಜೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನ್. ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟಾಗಿ ಹೋಲ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ದ ಲೈಟ್ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಅ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಟ್ ಲೈನ್. ಸೊ ಅದು ನಾವು ರೆಕ್ಟಿಲಿನಿಯರ್ ಪ್ರೊಪಗೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಲೈಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಮಿರರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್. When a ray of light falls on a smooth and polished surface, light returns back in the same medium. It is called as reflection. See, a boy is just shining a light on a mirror. The mirror just reflects that light. ನಮ್ಮ ಕನ್ನಡಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಫೇಸ್ ನೋಡ್ತೀವಲ್ಲ, ದ ಮಿರರಲ್ಲಿ, ದಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ರಿಫ್ಲೆಕ್ಷನ್. A mirror is a surface usually consisting of a glass that reflects light incident on it to form a clear erect images. Summary: opaque objects do not allow light to pass through them. Transparent objects allow light to pass through them and we can see through these objects clearly. Translucent objects allow light to pass through them partially. Shadows are formed when an opaque object comes in the path of the light. Pinhole camera can be made with simple materials and can be used to image the sun and brightly lit objects. Mirror reflection gives us clear images. Light travels in straight line, that is a rectilinear propagation of light. Images are very different from shadows. And thank you for watching. You can contact us on YouTube, Instagram and Telegram. ಏನಾದರೂ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್, ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಕಮೆಂಟ್ ಬಾಕ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಇಟ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು.